last time you guys see me, I was coaching AAU basketball for the St. Louis Cobras, Action No Mercy Elite basketball team. Since then, that episode y'all last saw, my name has been everywhere. My logo has been everywhere. I also had the opportunity to coach at the Fall League for Live for Life. Now, you guys always see me coaching young men and recruiting young men. It's always offer here, offer there for young men. That job I had for the Fall League to help them young ladies win, and we won a tournament. It opened up doors for me to be able to recruit women in St. Louis. I also was thinking about the direction of going to coach high school boys basketball. I had several opportunities, but it just didn't work out the way I thought it would. So I'm blessed to be able to do what I think my calling is, and that's to have my hand in the community and help these kids get better in school, on the court, and get opportunity to go to college. The things I do behind the scenes, you probably wouldn't imagine. I actually work hard. I actually do a lot of work. I'm on the phone constantly, consistently, talking to coaches from 7 o'clock in the morning to sometimes 10 p.m. But I do it because I care. It's never been about the money to me, because I feel like my outcome is always bigger than my income.
Great, I like to get the coaches involved.
I know you guys know a little bit about Action No Mercy, but this is the bulk of Action No Mercy. I have 24 kids signed under me, which means we are doing everything in our power to get these kids recruited, academically and athletically. Now, out of those 24 kids, I have 17 seniors. And out of those 17 seniors, I ask for them to make sure they have good character, good sportsmanship, and good grades, which means they all have a 3.0 and above. Now, also, out of those 17 kids, each one of those kids, as of right now, have one offer or more to go to school or college on the next level. As much as I talk about the new things that have taken place within Action No Mercy, I'm honored to bring on Chanel McPike as the director of operation. I met Chanel because I was a trainer's son. She just loves basketball, loves the kids as much as I do. So, welcome to Chanel, and I hope you enjoy her as much as I do.
Hi, my name is Chanel McPike, and I am the Director of Operations at Action No Mercy. I came on board to Action No Mercy about 3 to 4 months ago. I've always been around the organization. As you may know, Action No Mercy has a 17U team that is also a part of the St. Louis Cobras organization, and my son plays for the Cobras. So I've been around the organization for a long time, and that allowed me and Coach Stringer to just have this natural friendship. I would take stats for the 17U team and just attend most of their games, and I got very familiar and close with a lot of the kids. So when she asked me to come on board a few months ago, I kind of laughed at it because I thought it was just a joke, until she really expressed that she needed help and from someone who she can trust. I said, okay, so if you're really serious about this, let's sit down and talk about it. And that's how I became the Director of Operations at Action No Mercy. So in my position, I handle most of the business work. I handle contracts, website, edits, anything business related, customer relations with parents, children, businesses. I handle all the background work. And it's really just been a joy to be a part of this organization. Like I said, I came around the organization with a lot of the 2020 kids, so they're gone now, but it's just been a joy to be a part of this organization. I think like the biggest thing that I noticed is just like the kids and like wanting to be a part of this organization, and like because they want to be a part of this organization, it motivates them in positive ways, like especially as far as like education, because some kids like they want to play basketball but they like lack in the classroom, and so like them coming on board with us and being a part of this organization, it really puts the focus back on what's important, and that's being like the student athlete, you know, and it makes them focus more on like, okay, this is what I got to do to, you know, get to where I want to be. So that's probably been like the biggest part, is just seeing like the positive impact that it has in making kids more accountable and more responsible.
No. Tell him turnover. What? Now tell him what he did wrong. Oh yeah. My turnover. I know. show my double.
She said, shh. You got it.
Real quick, I'm gonna tell you a funny story about how I met Trey Bell. I actually met Trey Bell his sophomore year, going into his junior year. So he was playing on the St. Louis Cobras on the 16U team. And as he was playing, I have never seen this kid in my life. I walked in the gym, and all I see is this man with a high top afro. He went up for a dunk, and he hung himself, and he laid on the ground. I walked by and said, man, somebody get this boy some milk. I laughed. He got up and, he went back to the game. So ever since then, I just loved him because he was so full of spirit. He did everything he could to make his mark on the floor.
So I've known Trey Bell since he was in 5th grade. Had the pleasure to coach him when he was in those younger grades. First and foremost is, he's a great kid. He's a humble kid, hard worker, and just a high character kid. I can't say enough about the good person that Trey Bell is.
This last summer, he actually played with me on my 17U basketball team. I checked the stats out. He was ranked number 81 in the state of Missouri for players. So all summer long, he was my team captain, my lead scorer, my assist maker, stealing all the balls. He did everything I asked him to do, and I could never be disappointed in his game. So during the summertime, my goal was to get as much footage out on him, stats. I remember we went to somewhere for an AU tournament. This kid scored 40 points. I tagged everybody on Twitter, prep hoops. I tagged everybody because I felt like he made a statement that weekend.
And she told me to keep taking shots, even though not all of them were going in. But she told me that if we're gonna lose, it's on my face. So I just kept taking shots.
So we came back to St. Louis. I'm finalizing all stats for the summertime. I'm like, man, Trey had an awesome season. So I checked the stats and the ratings for this year. He went from 81 to I think 35. I still think he should be higher in that number, well, lower. He should be in the top 10. But Trey is that kind of player that you want on your floor. He's that leader, he's that role model. If I say, Trey, I need you to dunk, he's gonna dunk the ball. If I say, Trey, I need you to shoot, he's gonna shoot the ball. Trey is a special kind of kid.
As far as his game, he's always been the guy that keeps getting better because he puts his time in. He's constantly working. He's not taking plays off. And that can be seen in practice and games and the off season. And so we're really fortunate to have him as a point guard for basically 4 years.
He's gotten, I want to say he's at 3 D2 offers, football and basketball. So he does both sports. His mom and dad are like family, man. He's one of the kids I really praise because he does what I need him to do. So Trey's a special kid, and I'm excited for his future, and I'm honored to be able to have the chance to coach him.
So I appreciate her having the confidence in me, and has made me a better player. It made me improve a lot from March when we started till the end of July. So I really appreciate her for doing that. I thank her for everything.
Really, again, just really proud of him and wishing him the best.
Brian Vega. When I met Brian, this is the funniest thing. So kids tend to think that, with the Instagram followers, with the charm, with the ladies, they just that guy, man. So I saw Brian. He came to try out for the AAU team last summer, and he walked in, popping his stuff, man, cocky with it. He came in. I swear to God, I didn't remember Brian. I didn't remember what he did in tryouts. I don't remember how long he stayed. He didn't make an impression on me. A few months ago, he actually reached out and wanted to train. He actually played me a couple times before the school year started, and we just never got a chance to wrap it up, and talk and chat and get something going. So we trained one time a few months ago, and I just felt like he was very passionate about his craft. I feel like he had a story that he needed to express to me. I felt like he had a mission that I was able to really capture because it was similar to mine. And as we were training, it was just so much passion. It was a lot of passion. I just feel like I can bring some out of him. Have you taken the ACT yet?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got like a 22.
You took the SAT?
No, but I'm gonna take the ACT again sometime in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
And then again, like 3 weeks after that.
Okay, well, do this so we can kind of get a ball in it. Just talk to moms and dad, whoever's invested, and see what they think about you joining a recruitment service, and then we can go from there. I love to have the parents involved, so I'm not just talking to the kid. But see what they say and then get back to me. If
it wasn't for Coach Stringer, I wouldn't know where I'd be in the college recruiting process right now, because you know, all that contacting college coaches, connections, I didn't have any of that. So I needed to find someone who was able to believe in me, on top of willing to reach out to those colleges to go find me somewhere to play, no matter what the level is.
I really want to be there for you. I want to be in your corner. I want to bring the greatness out of you. It doesn't matter if you get an offer for, you know, D1, D2, D3. I don't care if you go to JUCO. You're going to earn something, and I feel like you need to earn something. Talked about his grades. The kid is smart, intelligent. He can go to school free for education, so that wasn't a major thing. But as I took him on as a player on Action No Mercy, this kid was at every training. When I say it was 2-3 trainings a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, he was there. In and out, boom. Go pull it back. Extra work, wanting more, tired, can't do 100 push-ups, but he was there, you know. But Brian's one of the kids that when I say you got to put that extra time and extra work in, he did that. He did what I asked him to do. I did his transcripts, he sent me his transcript. I need game tape, he got me game tape. I told him he need to be in the gym at 7 o'clock, he was there. So I really appreciate Brian, his hard work and not giving up, because I know it's so easy to give up and not want to keep going when people don't see your vision. I try to understand what you got in your mind to do. So I'm honored to have Brian on my team as well.
Not the destination. The destination is cool, but that's after you're satisfied with what you've already done, and I'm not satisfied with what I've done. I'm ready to keep going to it, keep getting at it. You know, that's what the end goal is, but the end goal, you can't get to the end goal without the process, and the process is the real dream of getting to it. Those hours that you in the gym alone, late at night, early in the morning, that's the real dream. Because although, like, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, I was still smiling through it all. Just keep pushing through. That's really what makes the difference between you know, the love. It's almost like a love-hate relationship when it comes to basketball. It's like you gotta, even though your body hurt, you don't want to get up. It's early in the morning, you're tired, got all these other things, but it's like you got to think of bigger picture, and it's like when you take out those factors, it makes it that much more enjoyable to love the process. Sometimes even in the basketball world, hard work can't even be enough. You got to have somebody in your corner that can play the game for you, take you to where you want to be, and believe in you at the same time. And that's really what Coach Stringer has done for me.
We got Sophia's practice before her season starts. She's one of 4 seniors. Right now, she's 9 offers in. Just locked in her first D2 offer the other night, so this is going to be a big season for her. Sophia has a 4.3 GPA. She's one of the top underdogs in her class. She just decided recently she wanted to try to go to college in basketball. Before, she was just going to go for education. She wants to major in physical therapy. So that's the biggest thing with her recruitment, is finding a school that has her major as well as a good program for her to fit athletically. But she went from 1 to 9 offers in a month span. So that speaks value. She's only 5'4", and in college basketball, that's unheard of for a 5'4" guard to have a D2 offer that has no significant looks going in her senior year. So she's facing Action No Mercy, and I'm honored to be working with her.
Sophia Reed. Sophia is, first and foremost, besides the fact that she's an extremely talented basketball player, she's an even better person. She really cares about her team, her teammates. She has set lofty goals for herself and her team and her teammates. And her leadership is something that as soon as you meet her, you can tell, you know, this young lady has it.
Man, Sophia is a different breed as well, man. I love Sophia because when I met Sophia, I met her during COVID. I had an open gym. I'm like, hey man, like, what you got going for school? Like, you got any offers? Like, you know who you playing for, what your stats looking like? She got like, all right, coach, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna call you. I ain't heard from Sophia one time after that, man, so.
Well, actually, I did a couple open runs with Action No Mercy. Just because I had heard about it and I wanted to it was during quarantine, I wanted to get in the gym, I wanted to play some games because we weren't playing AAU, we weren't playing high school, so I'm like, okay, I need to do some open runs. So I did some, and then she said somebody came and talked to her about me and was like, you know, you really need to, you know, help her out because she's not, you know, getting the attention she deserves. So she reached out to me and we had a meeting and I signed. And our relationship is great. I've been on her head, she's been on my head. Like every week I'm texting her with like a list of schools or she texts me with people I need to contact. Like I really try to make her job easier because I know how much she's helping me out. So our relationship is great and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work with her.
I'm sitting there working with other girls in the community. I'm coaching at Live for Life with the Sweet Hoops. I'm like, I don't see Sophia. You know, I got parents like, you know, this one of the girls that you should reach out to. Like, she can definitely benefit from being, you know, recruited. So I'm like, let me hit her up. Wrote her on Instagram. I'm like, bro, like, what's up, Sophia? Like, what's going on with your recruitment? Like, how you looking for college? Like, what's going on? She was like, hey, coach, you know, it's not going too good, but, you know, I'm leaving it all in the hands of, you know, the creator. I'm like, Sophia, what's your GPA? This girl said she had a 4.3. I'm like, what? A 4.3? Like, how is that even possible? So immediately, I'm like, bro, like, you're a student athlete. I definitely want to be in your corner. Like, so when I say I signed Sophia to be on Action No Mercy on a Friday, I believe. Saturday morning, she sent me her transcripts, her grades, her game tape, everything under the sun to start her process. After she sent me that on Saturday, by Monday, she had like 3 offers. By that first week, she had like 7. Sophia is one of the kids that I wish I could put on a poster and say, this is what you should look up to. Sophia did everything I asked her for. Sadly, her first game this season, she wound up getting an injury. Her foot looked like a can of grape juice, but she's been so patient and so positive and so thankful, you know, just to be able to be in the position she's in. And I feel like those kind of players you have to really appreciate.
Foul on the Hawks, number 5, Ruby Walker.
So during my first game, I got hurt. My first high school senior year game. It was in the 3rd quarter, and I made a pass, and I made the pass in the air, and when I came down, I landed on a girl's foot, and like my ankle hit the floor, nothing else but the floor. So I rolled my ankle really bad. I couldn't play for the rest of the game, and I still, as of right now, am not back playing until January 4th. Our next game is January 4th, and I'll be in that game. So the recovery process, it's not been bad. It's just been a learning process too, because I've been able to watch my team and watch my coach and be able to be a coach in a way by telling my coach what I think we should be doing. Because sometimes when the outside, sometimes when you're in it, you can't tell. But when you're looking from the outside in, I've been able to help adjust practices and help adjust the way we play in the game so that we can look better. And I feel like me being out is making my teammates stronger because they have to pick up a lot of slack without having a point guard. And I've been able to helping push my players to just step up a little bit and get out that comfort zone because they never know what they're going to do when they make it to that college levels.
You know, succeed in the classroom. They're trying to succeed on the basketball court. She runs track. Like, she's just an amazing young lady. And sometimes I always text my kids and tell them I appreciate them and I'm proud of them because I am. It's not about the work I do, it's about the work that they do and the effort we put in together. So Sophia is one of the kids that over the top is just, I appreciate her and her family, man. Yeah.
I'm excited to coach her. I'm excited to be a part of her journey. I've done all I can as well to help her in her next level goals, and now the rest is up to her, and I know she's going to accomplish everything she set out to.
E. White, man. E. White, I call her Ray. When we had her Midnight Madness, she had on these shades. She had on these shades that, you know, I guess they was hater blockers. I don't know what these kids be doing, but I'm like, Ray Charles. So with E. White, I actually used to train her brother. I trained her brother, you know, for a couple months last year, and I didn't even know he had a sister. So I was coaching at the Sweet Hoops tournament this fall, and she was actually on my roster. I didn't know much about her, but I'm like, let me check her out. So I put her on fire, you know. I told her she got to control the ball. You got to be the point guard. What you say? Good job, Daddy. Good job, Nana. So she took over. Scoring wise, that girl got so much defense. She graduates next year, so next year I feel like it's gonna be her year. I think she's gonna have a great second year this school year I should say, and I think next year she's gonna turn up.
Recently joining A&M, it has been a great experience. Not only getting the exposure I need, but building great bonds with not only Coach Stringer and Chanel, but other athletes like me, and getting to see how Coach Stringer and Chanel are passionate about getting us to college has also definitely been a great experience.
Alyssa White, can't say nothing but good things about Alyssa White because personality-wise she has it, work ethic she has it, she's a coach's player. If you ask her to run through a wall, she's gonna do it. She's a competitor, she just wants to win. Like, she out-rebounds post players. She has a knack for the ball. She would do all the things that a lot of players just don't want to do. Like, you have your superstars and then you just have your players. Alyssa's not the superstar, but she's that player that's just going to contribute 1,000% every time. So if you say, I need 10 boards, she's going to go get you 10 boards at 5'5". If you say, listen, I need 8 points, she's going to go get you the 8 points. If I need you to lock somebody down, she's going to go lock somebody down. Alyssa is just a coach's player. Point blank period, a coach's player. And I've enjoyed coaching her the past 3 years at Cardinal Ritter, definitely.
I just got so much confidence in her, man. I can see talent, and I can see things that kids don't even see yet. So I'm really excited to have her on my team. I love that she's motivated to be the best version of her. I love that she's coached by somebody that I call my mentor. So I'm really excited to have her on my team, man. Sometimes, you know, I'm very humble and I'm very positive, and I stay in a box where I don't want to be too out there. But sometimes I want to pop my stuff, man. Like the work that I put in, the care that I put. Like people always say, like, what's your secret? What you do? Like, how do you do this? How do you do that? Man, it's simple. I'm gonna tell y'all my secret. I want you to listen very closely, very clearly. The secret is I care. The magic of it all is I care. And the work I put in and the effort I put in and the care I put into these kids and these families and these situations, man, it makes me feel like I'm showing everybody their worth, but I'm also putting my worth into these kids, man. It's like, so I've sent 21 kids to college in the past 2 years. And this year is more numbers, but it's not about the numbers, it's about my statement and my mission. And my mission is to help these kids understand that there's a way. Even if we don't see it, if you don't understand it, even if nobody else understands it, I see it, you see it, and that's all that matters. Your family see it, your sports see it. So I'm just grateful, and I appreciate everybody trusting the system, trusting the process, and trusting me. So, yeah.